Hello. For this video, I am making paper beads. All you need is a 1 inch or less width of scrap. And I like to use, for the core, these little tubes are from a lei that I got at the Dollar Tree because I wanted the flowers off of it. And then I saved these and I thought, what can I make with these? What can I make with these? And then I went to start making beads and I went, that's right. I used to use, I mostly use the plastic Q-tip middles. So, and that's a nice way to recycle the Q-tips because it's the same, it looks like it's the same size even. So, but I thought since I've got all these from the lei, I'm going to go ahead and make these into beads too. So these are the beads that I've made so far. Let me bring them up closer so you can see. And they just make cylinder type beads. You can see the little plastic inside. Okay. And you just string them together when they're done. You can buy beading caps that go on. They're kind of a flat domed shape. You can put on either side, which I like to do. And that looks really pretty. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to make the beads. Okay, because you can use the beads for any way you can use regular beads. All right. So what I've done is I've pulled out these scraps because they're really pretty. And if they have a color on the very end, then I'm going ahead, like this one here does have color right on the very end. So I'm going ahead and putting that as the last part of it. If it doesn't have color on the end, I don't want it to just be plain white. Like this one would end up being plain white, so I'm turning it over. And I'll use that one on this side. But for this one has that color right on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue, a lot of glue on the top, and then a little strip, and a lot of glue at the end. Okay, and just kind of every inch apart. And then I'm just going to lay this on the end of this tube and start rolling it on. Just keep rolling and rolling and rolling until you get down to the very end. And then you want to just hold that down for a moment until that glue sets. Make sure the tube comes right up to the edge while you're holding that down, because that's actually gluing down too. And then just take your snips and snip it. And then your bead is done. So you can see there's a little bit of gold right there. So that'll be pretty when it shows on a bead. All right, this one here, this one has a lot of pretty color on there, and this is kind of a wide piece, so this will make a nice size bead. So let's go ahead and do this one. And again, I'm going to put quite a bit there at the beginning, a little bit here, and a little bit more at the end. Okay, and we'll do it again. Trying to make sure that there's glue all over the whole thing here. All right, there. The wider ones are a little bit harder to do, but that's okay. We can do it. And this is just a very simple bead. You can cut the papers in triangles. There's a lot, you can use your decorative scissors to cut the strips, however you want to do it. But this is the most basic bead that you can make. And there are many more beading ideas on how to make the beads, probably on YouTube, but definitely in Pinterest. All right, and I've made these with paper, scrap papers, and I love making them with scrap fabric and or ribbons, because you can do the same thing. So look how pretty that looks. Isn't that pretty? All right, so now let's look at this one. Oop, this one has a little bit of gold on the end, so that one's good. And these can be used, like I said, any way you would use beads. So if you're going to make a tassel for on your glue, you can hang them on by a string. You can attach them to your journals. You can make them into necklaces. You can make keychains. You can make earrings. You can make all kinds of things. If you're going to make earrings or necklaces, then you definitely want to coat them with like gesso or some Mod Podge or even clear embossing powder, and then heat set it. because you want them to be waterproof if you can be wearing it as a necklace or earrings or bracelet. Alrighty. Either that or make sure you wear it out in good weather, because otherwise, if they get wet, they'll just fall apart. And there we go. We made another bead. Whoops. Okay, so let me bring these beads up so you can see which ones I've made and what they look like. Isn't that neat? You can see the little bead in the center. But that gives you an even hole in every single one, which is nice. And that's a nice size hole, so you could actually use some yarn, baby yarn especially. That's a pretty one. I did make one. Oh, this one's got a little bit of color. One of these just ended up being all white, and I thought, ooh, I didn't like that one. Was it? Yeah, it was this one. So, but that's okay. So there you go. There's another idea for you to use your 1-inch strips or less. Make them into paper beads. And you can recycle either these separators from Lays from the dollar store when your Lays break apart, or you can use the plastic Q-tips that you can get at the Dollar Tree and Walmart. So, alrighty. So I hope you like this idea. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.